this was such a beautiful shot. Turns and the middle finger salute to one of the men. Not playing part-time.
It's the same energy they have for me, and I'm gonna have the same energy for them.
The Brooklyn Nets, I don't believe, are going past the first round.
They're not going to win a playoff series unless they can defend.
They're a first round exit. If they're a 7th or an 8th seed, I don't believe they have what it takes.
If they don't get defensive minded, they can't win.
This is not the team that we thought they were going to be.
But I just can't get behind believing that they can win 3 playoff series with defending in this manner.
We know your team isn't one of the best defensively, but you still have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. There are no excuses.
Yeah.
We just watched game 2 of the Nets versus the Boston Celtics, and I have to say, the Kyrie Irving drama has now reached an all-time high. At this point in time, even the biggest Kyrie Irving supporter would have to admit that no matter how great this man is at the game of basketball, the off-court drama has just gotten to be too much. I'm certainly going to share my thoughts in this video, but at the end of the day, Kyrie Irving is a hooper, and he is not afraid of the moment at all. In fact, I've got to say, guys, I think he needs it. So what's up, guys? Mike here, and before anything, I really do want to talk about Kyrie Irving as a basketball player, because as a basketball player, Kyrie is someone who deserves the ultimate respect. He is one of the few people on the planet Earth that you know, with the game on the line, with the season on the line, if you're in one of those weird situations somehow where if this man needs to make a free throw to save your life, Kyrie Irving will not only be willing to take that shot, he wants to take that shot. He will demand the ball. He'll ISO, he'll rise up, he'll take a shot that has everything riding on his shoulders. That's the kind of player he is, and as a player for me, that really does demand the ultimate respect. As we've seen time and time again in the playoffs, certain stars rise up when the lights shine the brightest, and certain stars shrink. You never ever want to have one of those unfortunate guys who shrinks on your team. Kyrie Irving, he is the complete opposite of one of those guys. In fact, I would go as far as to say that Kyrie is in the highest of tiers when it comes to rising to the moment. In the 2016 NBA Finals, Kyrie hit a shot that is currently an iconic moment for the NBA as a whole. In that series, he averaged 27 a game. In the very next season, in 2017, the Cavs were certainly overwhelmed when Kevin Durant joined the Warriors, but still, there was Kyrie in the NBA Finals averaging 29 points a game. That is very important. Kyrie is more than ready for that NBA Finals stage one more time. It's more than that. After seeing just how much hate Kyrie faced literally face to face, and then to see him proceed to go and score 39 points in game 1, to see him rise up in these moments time and time again, it's just very impressive and something that needs to be talked about when we consider Kyrie Irving as a basketball player. He's not only a regular season star who can give you 50 or 60 on any given night, he's a playoff star who cannot be shook. But with that in mind, we like to, of course, look at both sides on this channel together, and I think we can all admit that off the court here, Kyrie has been a bit of a problem, and that could end up being a giant problem. Even the biggest Kyrie Irving supporter can at least admit this. It's always something, right? I don't need to get into all the somethings. We will get into those somethings later, but it just won't be me who gets into them. But for a guy who constantly says he does not want to be in the spotlight, it is pretty interesting to me that Kyrie Irving always seems to be in the spotlight. On the court, Kyrie's looked awesome. Off the court, not so much. But before we continue, guys, I'm very excited to say that this video is sponsored by Noom. And we all know that there's no one best method or approach for weight loss, and that is why Noom is so awesome. Noom both helps you learn how your mind works, and then also helps you learn the why behind your decisions. Now, personally, guys, I'm going through Noom right now. You know, I have a wedding in about 6 or 7 months now. I've got to lose some weight, so I'm using Noom right now, and what I love about Noom personally are the lessons that really get you thinking, specifically unprocess your diet. Now, unprocess your diet talks about processed foods. It talks about why your body craves them, and it also talks about, importantly, the fact that you can rewire your brain, you can rewire your way of thinking to no longer crave those processed foods in the same way that you might crave them now. Now, Noom does take a psychology-based approach, but they also focus on science. Using these, they are able to help you meet your non-scale goals. I also love the food and exercise trackers. It is so helpful for me to be able to just track my food food and track my exercise. I use this feature daily, and I also use Noom daily. And with Noom, I also really love that I'm not just doing another diet that I've done in the past. I'm not just doing the same thing where I lose the weight and then didn't build up the right habits as I was losing the weight, and so I put it back on. No, Noom is different. Noom teaches you those habits to stay with you so that that weight does not come back on. Guys, already in the short term, I have more energy. I'm getting better sleep. So guys, I've really got to say this is a no-brainer. Please go click on the link below in the description or go to noom.com/Korzemba. That is Noom, NOOM.com/Korzemba to take your free Noom evaluation that is quick, easy, and is going to help you create your custom plan. The link is again in the description. Go click it. Noom, NOOM.com/Korzemba. Take your free Noom evaluation and get started. And thank you again to Noom for sponsoring today's video. Especially recently. I mean, we've seen in Boston.
Yeah, this was such a beautiful shot. Turns and the middle finger salute to one of the fans. Not playing part-time.
It's the same energy they have for me, and I'm gonna have the same energy for them.
And you know what? Guess what? Trae Young goes to a New York City hot dog stand at this point and gets booed. That man cannot do anything there without getting booed, but you know what else? What do people say about Trae Young? They say that Trae is in New York City's fans' heads. That's what they say. Because if you think that New York City basketball fans are not as bad as Boston basketball fans, well, I've got a bridge I'd like to sell you. The difference between Kyrie and Trae is, though, both of them dominate on the court. Yes, both of them put on a show, but Kyrie's show includes middle fingers, it includes negativity, it includes moments that just quite frankly make it seem like Boston really is getting to him. What's the most powerful thing you can do in many a situation? Barely show you care. Trae goes out, plays in Madison Square Garden, and he feeds off the boos. He loves them, he celebrates them, he wants more of them. And then when the building starts to get quiet, he asks the crowd, he starts to say, hey, why is it so quiet in here? Then he takes a bow, he walks off the court. He's in New York City's head. If Kyrie Irving were to outplay the Boston Celtics, if he were to send them home, if he were to shut them up, I mean, why couldn't we see the same types of things start to happen? Why couldn't we see Boston fans have Kyrie Irving in their heads? That's what I was thinking about as we headed into game one. And the thing is, I really just want to make this point so clear. I respect Kyrie's game on the court so much because the man is just a hooper. The second he took the court against Boston, it didn't matter what was said off the court. All of that was over. This man was on a mission. He was proving to the world how insanely talented he really is at the game of basketball. And going toe-to-toe with the best defensive guard in the world. Kyrie torched Marcus Smart and the Boston Celtics in game one. That was a huge statement. Then came the end of game one, where in his mind, we know Kyrie had something to prove. And so with the game in the balance, this is the kind of shot where if you make it, everyone talks about your insane belief in yourself. If you miss, well, you just played hero ball. It's that simple. And the outcome was this.
Irving step back three, puts it in. Kyrie Irving with the long three-pointer, and the Celtics call timeout.
Now, this shot certainly brings back flashbacks of another Kyrie Irving shot.
Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good! Kyrie Irving from downtown!
The difference is that, first of all, this happened right after Kyrie's Boston shot.
Brown the drive. Jaylen Brown kicks it out. Smart fakes. Inside. Tatum spins and he puts it in. Celtics go up by one.
When we separate whatever off-court drama is happening away from the actual games, I'll easily admit it, I love this. I love that Kyrie and Boston have a true sports hatred. I of course don't want it to go further than that, but this is a must-watch television, and the way this series is going, we're going to remember this one for a long time. Here's the thing though, the question throughout all of this, unless the Nets go all of the way and win the NBA championship, will be this. Is Kyrie Irving too much of a distraction? Listen to what this Bleacher Report article has to say by Sherrod Blakely. It's titled The Never-Ending Disappointment of Kyrie Irving. The article reads, remember these signature moments. Proclaiming the earth is flat, only to later say it was all an exploration tactic to have a broader, thought-provoking conversation. But in a separate interview, Irving said that he had done his own research and concluded there was no real picture of Earth, demanding a trade from Cleveland in 2017 after coming up short in the NBA Finals to Golden State, a decision that reportedly caught LeBron James, someone Irving had said he was close to, off guard. Irving's refusal to get vaccinated against COVID, and more recently, Irving's very public exchanges, yes, plural, with Celtics fans. Pretty straight to the point and certainly up for argument. However, my point remains there. It's just always something with Kyrie. It always feels like there's some drama. It always feels like his name is in the media for some reason. And I mean, it might be easy to say right now that it isn't the biggest distraction in the world, but I guarantee you if the Nets end up disappointing in this year's playoffs, if they get bounced before they want to, this whole narrative might flip on its head. Suddenly Brooklyn might not be cool with how Kyrie treated this year. Suddenly Kevin Durant might not be cool with how Kyrie Irving treated this year. Will it be the Nets' ultimate demise? We will see, but for now, it certainly looks that way. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are new to the channel, please remember to subscribe and turn on post notifications. We're grinding out here. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting. You're awesome. We all know it, and as always, have an awesome day and cue that music. If you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. I mean, personally, I think the one on the left might be more your style, but the one on the right looks pretty awesome too. Click one, let me know what you think, and again, have an awesome day.